conduct COD, so nothing but chemical oxygen demand. Okay, it is one of the very important parameter to determine the quality of wastewater sample. So it is oxygen required to break down the organic compound. So that can be find out by using a chemical. That's what we call it as a chemical oxygen demand. So this is the apparatus required for to determine the COD. So this is one is used for to find out the sample, and another one is for the blank sample. So it is a reflex condenser setup. So in the sample setup, so take required amount of sample and then dilute it with, and then here you take acidified silver sulfate, and then also potassium dichromate, and then also you have to take mercuric sulfate of required quantity, and then add sample in this reflex condenser, and then after adding all the things, and then you just heat it for 80 degrees centigrade, more than 80 degrees centigrade, and then heat it for 2 hours. And then, so similar way you have to take this required reagents in the blank setup, and then here you have to take the distilled water, and then similar way you have to conduct the experiment and then reflex for 2 hours. Once if it is reflex is over, then you just stop down that heating process, and then you cool it, and then add 150 ml of water in the both the setup, and then afterwards you add a ferrite indicator, and then afterwards you have to titrate it with the ferrous ammonium sulfate till to get the end point. So in the calculation part, we can see how to calculate the COD in the
after experimentation is over. So you have to cool down that sample. Okay, once if it is cooled down, so you can use it for the next experimentation part. So that is to find out COD of the given sample. So here COD is a very simple calculation. So only you have to do the titrations, and then so here that is the sample reading, that is initial reading and then final readings, and then blank initial reading and then final reading, and then here the COD is calculated A minus B into 8 into 1000 into N. N is the normality of the FAS you have taken, and then divided by the ml of the sample. So here how much volume you have taken initially, so you have to use that amount of for the calculations. So once if it is done after getting the end point, note down the A and then B, that is consumed FAS, and then using that values in the calculation part, and then you can find out the COD of the given sample, that is mg per liter.